What's good, ladies and gentlemen? I go by the name Krizbeatz, the drummer boy, and you are welcome to World Wave Radio, where we bring the word to you. So, yeah, today we're trying something totally different. I mean, not so different, but yeah, we're trying something, a little bit different from the usual. Let me get my phone out of the way so that we don't disturb ourselves. So yeah, there's no too much intro today, no extra intro, and then we'll go. Today we're just going straight into it. Today we want to talk about equalization. What is equalization? What is an EQ? So without no further ado, let's dive into the door and start making some music. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Krizbeatz, the drummer boy. Like we said before in the intro, I love my name so much. So, you know, you do well to forgive me for always calling my name. I mean, don't forgive me; it's my name. So I will to see talk. So yeah, today in the studio I have my very good friend Femi. He's the man behind the sound. And yeah, let's see how it goes today. Let's see what we can learn from ourselves. Yeah, so what is an equalization? Okay, yeah, so according to Google, equalization in sound recording and reproduction is a process of adjusting volume of different frequency bands within an audio signal. Do you understand? So, I mean, it's almost the same with what that guy said, but yeah, this one explains it more. Is the frequency, the volume of the frequency that you are adjusting. Don't think of it as changing. Don't think of it as changing something. So yes, we have different types of equalizers. There's a particular equalizer that is common to us that we use, as audio engineer a lot. So there's parametric EQ. Parametric EQ are the most common and versatile types of EQ common in music production. There's semi-parametric EQ. There's dynamic EQ, which talks about your multi-band compressors. You can also call them dynamic EQ. You have graphics EQ. You have shelving EQ. Low cut filter, high shelf, high cut filters, and oh, they look me like, say, wait, this guy. Yeah. So today, I'm not going to go all into those things as, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. I want to show you what they do. So anything you do to your audio signal has absolutely nothing to do with me but you. So today I'm in my native wear. So I'm entering my status as the king of new wave that I am. So I'm going to show you now demonstrating with these vocals. This vocals was sung by one of my good friend T from Kenya. Shout out to my girl T, love. So let me play you what it sounds like, and then we'll go in and start diving.
Put the blame on me, don't you put it on yourself. Should've left a note well written on the shelf. Don't you blame your mama.
So yeah, let's get that out of the way. Let me remove all the effects I have on that so that we can see what it sounds like. We can know what an EQ does. Let me put maybe fab filter, one of the fab filter EQs on it. According to science, the human ear cannot pick a frequency below 20 hertz. Below 20 hertz. So most of the engineers will advise you, oh, cut out. I don't cut out most of the lows, especially when I'm doing live sound. Live sound is different from excuse me, not so different, but live sound is a little bit different from here. Because when I'm doing live sound, the low cuts sometimes I don't like to take away all the rumbles, because not like we're mastering, except if I'm doing live sound that we will go and master eventually, then I want to keep it as clean as possible. But the energy there, you don't know what it's doing to you. But yeah, the professional way to do it is to cut the low. Don't always leave the low there. Some harmonics might hinder your mastering. That's why some people will complain about not getting a loud signal. So enough professor talk. Let's actually make music. So what I like to do is, the way I approach this is to try to listen.
The blame on me, don't you put it on yourself. Should've left.
She's not sounding like a lady yet. We want to go ahead and fix that. So for your low cut, controls all the muddiness, all the bass, all the rumbles, all the maybe some sounds that you got while recording, So you want to add like a low cut. So me usually I like to cut about 100 thereabouts,
Put the blame on me.
You see how it sounds now? Like,
Put the blame on me. Don't you put it on yourself.
so yeah, as I said, the low cut controls the low, the rumble, the bass in the vocals. You don't want to cut too much. If not, if you cut too much, it sounds like a radio.
Put the blame on me.
It sounds
Don't you
like a
put
phone,
it on yourself.
So
Shoulda
you
left a
want to leave
note
it
well
about,
written on
let's
the
say,
shelf. Don't you blame your
like
mama.
150 is not
Don't
bad,
you
but
blame
don't
your
go all the
brother.
way to that.
Don't you
Like
blame
100 is
nobody.
fine. Then the low mid. The low mid is from, let's say, about 100 to like around this side, if around this side is your low mid. So that place you see is that's what introduced the horn sound, like the low mid rumble. I'll boost it so that you hear how it sounds, and then you know how better to fix it when you enough talk.
Put the blame on me. Don't you put it on
See how
yourself.
that sounds? It
Shoulda
sounds like
left a
put the
note
blame. It sounds
well
like put the blame on me. Don't you put it on yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you you don't want to boost that, So I mean, except there's a particular kind of vocals you're going for, it can introduce that, and it can also introduce warmth if that's what you're going for. But there's another frequency, sorry, that introduces better warmth, than that. But this one you want to, cut as well. Don't cut too much, adjust your Q. What is Q? Your Q is how you control the diet of your frequency. Oh, come on, that's so good. That definition is my definition. Is so good. It's how you control the diet of your frequency. So let me show you what I mean by the diet of my frequency. Let me boost this all the way up.
Put the blame on me. Don't you put it on
See,
yourself.
slim,
Shoulda left a note well written on
fat,
the shelf.
slim,
Don't
fat.
you blame your mama.
You get so.
Don't you blame your brother.
This one, this cue, I will tell you how useful it is, and then this particular EQ I'm using is a good one because you can hear a frequency alone when you boost it. See what I mean? Like you can go. You see that sound? I don't know if they can really hear it there. So that's the sound you want to cut out. So I cut that one out.
Put the blame on me. Don't you put it on yourself. Shoulda left a note well
then we'll come
written
to
on
the
the shelf.
high
Don't
mid.
you blame your mama. Don't you blame.
So remember where we were coming from. This is your lows, your low mid. I'm not mixing. I'm just telling you what they do. Let me return this to your high mid rather, 800 to 1K, high mid rather. Sorry. So yes,
Put the blame on me.
in this one you have to be very careful about this one
Put the
because
blame on me. Don't you put it
you
on
get there's a lot of presence in our vocal range when we talk as humans. There's a lot of presence in this range. Let me see if I can patch my vocals through and say, let's say yes. See this now. See how I'm talking. You see? Can you hear me in your headphones? Yeah. The way I'm speaking here, there's a lot of things going on in this low mid and high mid region. That's where our strength as human beings. That's where the strength of our vocals is. So you want to be careful about this. It has to do with each person's vocals will have like different effect on this. Let me cancel this so that we come back to the normal this thing. So yeah, about this place controls. If I boost this place, it sounds like the person has kata, like nasal issue. It sounds like the person is singing from piano. So yeah. Let me turn this one off because it's weird listening to myself. Yeah, so it sounds like the person is singing from their nose, and if you have an issue with a person that you can't seem to get every time, no matter how much you mix it, it still sounds like in a box. You must come here and check this place. So I'm going to apply it to this lady's vocals. Let's see how it sounds.
Put the blame on me. Don't you put it on yourself.
You see?
Shoulda left a note well written on the shelf.
You get, to an extent you might feel like, oh, it's all clear, and everything, because is the high mid. So it takes a little bit of the presence and of the low mid. You know, you can see this cough here. You know, the diet is so fat. The Q.
Put the blame on me.
You know, sometimes mixing and you bring down that part. Maybe you are struggling with a vocals that is too sharp, and you bring down that part, it fixes everything. It's like magic, you know. Then we come to the high. What does your high do? Your high is the thing that adds presence, is what gives your mix presence. That's what people will say, ah, that's a clear mix, or oh, that's too sharp, or oh, do you understand? So let's see what it does to this.
Put the blame.
By the way, I leave this low cut here because I don't want it to sound, you know, muddy to you guys while we're listening. So let's see what the high shelf like presence. Let's add presence, and we'll go from presence to harshness, you know, to whatever we want to call it. So let's see.
Put the blame on me, don't you put it on yourself. Should've left a note well written on the shelf. Don't you blame your mom.
You can hear the noise that he introduces, and you can hear, oh, to some persons it might sound like, oh, this is actually clear, you know. Okay, let me use this. So for this, for about 4K, 5K, thereabouts, that's where the clarity in most vocals will be, you know. Let me show
The
you what I mean.
blame on me, don't you put it on yourself.
You can see how clear it
Should've
is.
left a note
You know, you want to
well
control that. You don't want it too much. Most of the time I don't like to add it directly. I like to make it dynamic so that, you know, it bounces from, but that's not what we're talking about today anyways. So that's for another video. Maybe if you want to see the video on making that, please leave a comment in the comment section. Let me get back to you. And yeah, if you're still watching this video and you are enjoying it, please like and subscribe. You know, you never know who you might be helping in the process. It helps them see this video according to what those YouTubers used to say. So that's like a simple explanation of what an EQ does. How you want to apply this has everything to do with how you listen to music. You know, how you want to control it. So let me try to tweak this EQ to my knowledge, and maybe add some space, maybe add some reverb and stuff so that it sounds good to you a bit. You know, I've already done some rough mix on it. You can't really call it a mix because it's not yet balanced. You can see even this volume thing is like all the way up. So we can't really call this a mixed job yet. But let's see with the instrumentals. And yeah.
Put the blame on me, don't you put it on yourself. Should've left a note well written on the shelf.
You can see this side. I want to instantly take this down. Instantly. See? Let's try to listen.
Put the blame on me, don't you put it on yourself.
See how that place is, you know, bleeding. You want to
Put the
control.
blame on me,
Instantly it fixes the mix.
put the blame on me, don't you put it on yourself. Should've left a note well written on the shelf. Don't you blame your mom.
And this side, there's something that is, you know, slapping my ear there that I don't like. But let's see how it goes.
Put the blame on me, don't you put it on yourself. Should've left.
So this I would like to make dynamics.
Put the blame on me, don't you put it on yourself. Should've left a note well written on the shelf. Don't you blame your mama, don't you blame your brother.
You get what I'm saying? If you see this now, it's not too sharp because of course you are going to add some things. Of course, we're still going to do gain staging, you know, because I'm not talking about gain staging or any of those things. So in case you are not a beginner and then you are looking at me like, why is Chris doing this like this? This is a way for a beginner to approach it without, you know, without getting caught up in the, oh, I'm trying to, you know, no, don't put a name to it. Just make music, you
Put the
know.
blame on me, don't you put it on yourself. Should've left a note.
You get, this is sounding good if you ask me. Like, this is relatively good, but remember, you have to do it in the right way, you know. So yeah, if you're looking for clarity, please know that you can always get clarity from the high side, you know. You can always add presence and clarity, but you have to do it with your ear, and then you have to use some things like de-esser, like sutu, to like balance it out, to make sure that you are not, I'll keep looking at myself, to make sure that you are not overdoing it, so that you don't hurt your listeners and you don't hurt yourself. Remember, your number one instrument, your number one priority is your ear. Your ear is your everything. So yes, try this technique today and thank me tomorrow. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section. I think I've been leaving the beats people out for too long, so yeah, I might have to talk about creative ways to make beats, creative ways to write and record songs, yeah, things like that. I already have some amazing tutorials coming for you guys. So if you know somebody, please share. You guys are not sharing the video, share so that you can grow the community. Let's all make good songs. Let's make music together, So yeah, if you we're starting a beats review where I'll be checking you guys beats. You know what? I'll tell them to leave an email here where you can send your beats, and then we can review the beats before, or even your mixes. We can review the beats before we go into like another this thing, so that another class, so that the tutorial, so that the community can grow, and then we can grow ourselves and become friends, with one another. It's still your boy Krizbeatz, the drummer boy, and yeah, I'm out.